Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this circle workout. I am Gretchen, founder of Bounce to the Core. Welcome to my channel. We do everything Pilates here. So we're in the middle of a Jingle Bell mat, which is just a 6 week sort of journey through the holidays to help keep us consistent. I'm doing it with my members in my membership. And so we jump on Zoom once a week. And then we are doing a few YouTube workouts a week, and we thought we'd include you all with us. But if you'd like to join us on Zoom, then come check out the Core Club. There's information in the description below. Also, if you'd like to get notified when I'm going live and get information about each of these workouts, then hop onto my email list. Just go to balancethecore.com and you'll see join the VIP list. And that's where you can join and get information about these live workouts. And look at here, we have Barry and Debbie. Yay! Hello, so happy you could join live. Ready to tone, baby. Love it. Hopefully you guys have your circle. There is my circle. So we're gonna focus a bit on the glutes, but as you know, Pilates is all about a full body workout. So of course you're gonna get a full body workout, but we are going to focus in on those glutes to make sure they are connected to us properly, and we're using all those proper muscles around there. So let's get started. We are going to take the circle underneath your right ankle. Okay. And then lie down. Ooh. All right. So how do we know our glutes are working? Well, the funny thing is our glutes don't like to work. They are one of the biggest muscles of our body, yet they don't automatically work. We have to turn those muscles on because we like sit on them all day. They're like blah, right? They need some life in them. So let's do that. Let's give them some life. So right where your sort of glutes attach to your thigh, I want you to kind of place your hand right there. All right, we can call it your thootie. Get it? Thigh and booty. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to start to press down on your circle. Don't think about it, just press. Don't press all the way. That's not about like changing the shape of the circle and squeezing it for dear life. It's about just activating muscles. So as you press down, just notice where the pressing down is coming from. And then we want to start to make sure the pressing down is coming from the glutes in that thootie area. So as you press, your hands there, feel yourself ignite those muscles and press down from there. Draw your belly in. All right, now does that change the feeling at all? I know in the beginning I was just pressing down with my foot. Now I'm sort of activated all the way through my center. All right, so just making sure those muscles are awake or waking up. Let's change sides. We're just kind of activating them, making sure they're working. Okay, so now this side, same thing. This side of mine does not like to turn on as fast. You might notice that about yourself. One side is easier to activate than the others. So again, you can just start pressing and then make sure it's coming from where your hand is. Those glute muscles are activating to press down. Super. Awesome. All right, I think those muscles are on. Okay, let's take it now. Bend your knees and you're going to place the circle right on the outer edges of your knees and then pull apart. So you have a little distance between your legs and just kind of settle your pelvis down, pull your belly in, shoulders down on the mat. And we're just going to pull apart that circle and lower or and release. Pull apart and release. So as you're pulling apart, in the beginning, you might feel like, oh, it's your knees doing it, right? Can we get into those muscles, those side glutes? Can you kind of activate the thootie and feel more of the pulling apart coming from there? Awesome. All right, so now keep it like pulled apart, not too far where you're forcing anything, just where the muscles are activated. Arms down by your sides. We're gonna start to roll the pelvis towards us on an inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lift up. Keep your gaze straight up to the sky. Arms anchored down by your sides, and then you have a gentle pull apart of that circle. And then we're going to sort of melt down through the spine. Articulate, and then get that pelvis down nice and flat. Okay, we don't want to tilt it the other way. Just find that place where it's really nice, wide open, anchored, and flat. Okay, let's try it again. Pull the pelvis towards you. Use your belly to do that. And then continue to roll it up. Gaze straight up to the sky, arms anchored. And then as you roll down, keep that circle pulled apart and see if you can activate some hip muscles as you do that. All right, a few of these. We'll do about 3 more. Inhale the first half, exhale the second half. You can stay for an inhale, really activate. Exhale as we roll it down. Okay, you got 2 more. Maybe feel your heels pull to your seat to your heels. Do you feel a difference? Oh, hello, booty activation. It's amazing how your mind plays a huge part of this. So as you roll up, let's try that again. We're here, pull apart that circle, heels to the seat to the heels, and then keep that activation as you roll down. All right, awesome. One more warm up is it now goes in between the inner thighs. So your feet will go wider than your hips here, and you're going to give that circle a little squeeze. All right, just a little one so you can activate. Pelvis is down, wide anchored. Take an inhale, exhale, kind of squeeze into that circle, but I want you to activate the outer hips to do that. Yeah, do you feel how like everything sort of works together around those hips? Inhale as you release, exhale, scoop the belly, and squeeze from those outer hips. Good. 3 more. Make sure your shoulders aren't rolling off the mat. Arms are anchored. Chest is wide and anchored. 2 more. Activate from the seat. That's where you're initiating from. And of course, your belly. Good. And then, oh, release. Oh, lovely. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to come up and you're going to take that circle upright and you're going to place both ankles on it and lie back down. And then just let the weight of your legs release onto that circle. So now the circle's probably smushed. You have nothing going on in your center, arms down by your sides. I want you to take an inhale deep into your ribs. And then on your exhale, scoop that belly, squeeze your heels and your hips together, and really reach those legs away from your center. As they reach away, what happens? Can you feel the legs lift and engage and that circle sort of open up into its shape and then let it go? Okay, try 2 more like that. Inhale, prepare. Scoop that belly, squeeze the hips and heels, and really reach those legs away from you, really engaging that center and let those legs elevate and release. One more time. We're going to keep the legs up there. Reach your arms back behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, flex up and give me your 100. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice those legs are reaching away as you scoop. Remember from our last workout on the other day, where do we flex up from those upper abs? And just keep pumping. Good. And now we're going to try to come up without letting your circle lift too much. Woo, good job. Okay. So from here, let's just take the circle flat, and then you're going to place your heels on either edges of that cushion part of the circle. Let's do some half rollbacks into a full rollback. So flex your feet, pull that circle, like pull your hips inward to kind of squeeze that circle a little bit. Release that. Try it again. From those outer hips, pull in. Yeah, so now we're really activating that lower half. And then find your seat muscles, pull those in, and see if you can lift tall as you're really activating your lower half. Arms reach. We're going to pull our center back. Do not let your legs slide. As soon as you feel your legs slide, stay where you are. Take an inhale as you exhale. We're going to dive over. You're going to squeeze the seat. You're going to pull into that circle from your hips as you just dive over, not letting anything move in that lower half. Inhale it back. We're just moving the upper half of your body. Pull yourself, really lift over those hips, but keep those hips where they are. So we get to lift up and over. Inhale. Exhale. You want to try to go all the way back? If you want, join me. If not, you can do just your half roll back. We roll back, we reach. All right, here we go. Arms come up, we curl with those upper abs, and then those hips stay where they are. We're lifting with our belly, we're diving over. Your hips stay where they are, they're so anchored. And then we roll back and reach and up. Curl and lift. Hello, hips. We love that hip power, right? One more. Up and over. Anchor the heels, the hips. Dive your body over, and then we're going to roll up through the spine. One bone at a time. I love it. All right, so let's do a little stretch here. You're going to take the circle and the ball of your foot into the cushy part of your circle as you roll back. And then your bottom leg can be straight or bent. It doesn't matter. Engage the arms on your back and just push the leg up. Make sure your foot is flat to the ceiling. And then I want you to give a little bend of that knee. And then as you push up, can you push up from the seat and hamstring? Little bend. And again, push with that power. One more time. And press. Hold that. Now we're going to extend the other leg. Heel down. Push that hip down. Stretch this leg, and we're going to take it out to the side. As you take it out to the side, feeling the hips activated, push through your heel. And then we'll come up and over the other way. Cross over the midline of your body. Good. Come back to center. Bend the knee in, holding either side of that circle. Curl yourself up. So you're now in your half roll up. Opposite heel and hip are pressing down. Take an inhale. Exhale. Curl yourself up. Find sort of like a little tree position. Elbows wide. Keep the arms on your back. As those elbows pull wider, the leg starts to come towards you, and then you bring your nose to your knee. Keep your nose to your knee as you roll it on down and just stretch up. Good. Are you activated in that hip area? Really try to find that foodie. Bend in. We're going to curl ourselves up, and as you push through that circle, find your foodie. Push from there. Do you see how much power you get from that? Elbows go wide with the arms on your back, and then we dive the nose to the knee. Roll it down. Good. Feel that stretch. Again, we pull in, flex up, find your foodie, and push it up. And nose to knee. Keep that. And then we're going to bring this shape, just dive it forward till that heel touches the ground, and then roll it up through the spine. Good job. Other side. All right, roll it back. All right, so finding a nice flat foot towards the ceiling. Hold there and stretch. I like to place my hand right in that foodie area, make sure it's engaged. Give a little bend of the knee and then push it up. So I like to go slowly because I really want you to find this body awareness. That's the really main purpose of what I teach, so that you can go into other modalities and really know what your body is doing. So if you like to strength train, you'll find your strength training just really getting better. If you like to do cardio, you're going to find your cardio so much more efficient. Even if you do other, stretching sort of mobility work, all of this is going to enhance it and make it so much better. Hold right there. Extend your opposite leg, flex the heel. Feel this hip pushing down into the ground. All right, we're going to take it out to the side as you reach through the heel. This leg stays anchored. This leg reaches through the arch. And then we bring it up and over like a windshield wiper. And bring it back to center. Bend that knee in. Curl yourself up here. This leg is anchored. And then push with your foodie as you come up. First one, you might get stuck. That's fine. Elbows wide and take that nose to the knee. Bring that shape. Take it on back. And let's do it again. We bend it in. Curl up with the upper abs. And then on your exhale, we push it up. The whole body works on that, right? Elbows wide. Find it. We'll work more into that arm back connection at some point in this series. But for right now, as those elbows go wide, keep the arms in the back and feel how it becomes a full kind of body movement. Keep your nose to your knee, stretch along through that hamstring. And then as we take that shape forward, and then just roll it up and place both feet into that circle as you lift yourself tall. We're just going to kind of use the circle here to really activate the arm back connection so we can sit taller. Yeah, do you feel that? Ah, awesome. All right, good job. So now what we're going to do is let's take the circle onto the outer edges of our feet. All right, so we're upright here. And as you kind of hold it onto the outer parts of your feet, you're pulling apart now. So before we were pulling in, now we pull apart. You're going to activate those outer hips. But I want you to really make sure the toes, all 5 toes, are straight up to the ceiling as well as your knees, right? Your feet are flat. You're not flexing your toes towards you. Your whole foot is nice and straight. And pull apart and find the seat muscles and use the seat muscles to help lift you up taller. Let's just interlace our fingers, place our head in our hands, hands in our head, and really find the posture here. And we're going to rotate to the right. 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm leaning back a little bit. Really try to stay upright. Here we go. Come to center. And we rotate. It's really good to look in a mirror when you're doing this. It can be so subtle, but we really want to try to stay upright. Keep flexing the feet and pulling that circle apart. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come back here. Open that heart to the ceiling. Really find the length here. Stretch your arms up and circle them around. Good job. All right, so we're going to take that circle away for a second and just open the legs a little bit wider, like as wide as the mat. Take an inhale here. We're going to dive it. 1, 2, 3. Roll it up through the spine. 2 more times. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, and up, 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 up. Awesome job. Okay, taking that circle, let's lie down onto our backs. All right, and we're going to take that circle right in between our ankles, like that cushy part of the ankle, and then just hug your legs in here. All right, anchoring the upper back, the back of the pelvis. Bring your arms down by your sides. All right, so we're going to take an inhale here. On your exhale, press the legs kind of at an upward diagonal. Yep. And then we bend them in. So as they go out, again, you're stretching the legs away from you, just like we did with the circle, the ankles on our circle in the beginning. We're reaching the legs from our center. Reach. Everything else stays anchored. And feel free to lift the head, neck, and shoulders if you'd like to do it that way. You're welcome to, okay? And stretch. This last one, I want you to stretch, and then we're going to pull those legs into us, right into a 90-degree angle. Bring it back down. Pull it up and bring it down. Really keeping that pelvis nice and anchored, nice and wide. Upper arms are anchored. One more time. Bring it to a 90, and then just bend it on in and hug it in. Good job. All right, roll yourself up, and I want you to take the circle right onto the outer edges of your knees again and come up onto the tippy toes. We're going to do a little rolling like a ball, but I want you to feel how the hips really work in rolling like a ball. So hands on the shins, let the knee or the toes come off. Pull that circle apart. So keep your heels together. Pull the circle apart with your outer hips. All right, see if you can really activate the thudi area. And we're going to keep this shape as we inhale, roll back, and exhale, come up. So I want you to notice, did your feet come up? We want to keep the same distance between the butt and the heels. So feel like your butt bones are chasing your heels the entire time. Pull that circle apart from the outer hips. Do you have more power than normal? Do you feel how those outer hips can really help us in this exercise? Good, and release. So often I see like this, "Ooh," like whipping the legs apart to or over the head to do that, and you miss all the juiciness of the hips. Okay, so let's take the circle. We're gonna kinda just place it, actually, I wanted to put it in between our I won't do that right now. Let's keep it in front of us for right now, okay? So we're working that thudi power. So make sure the feet are about a mini ball distant away from each other. Okay. Okay. Anchor the feet, reach through the tail. We're going to come up on an inhale. As you come up on an inhale, push your chest forward. Keep shining your chest forward as you anchor the feet and reach that tailbone long. Do you feel your thudi is really involved with this? And roll down. Two more. Inhale up and exhale down. And again, inhale up and exhale down. Now we're going to take that circle, make it kind of up and down, perpendicular. Bring your hands onto it. Pull your arms on your back. Now you're going to start to lift up. This time, the pressure of the arm back connection helps push into the circle to help give you some lift and lower down. I'm doing this so you can really feel that arm back power and how it can connect all the way down to the seat. One more time. Inhale, so it's real full body work. And exhale it down. Good job. Just bend your knees for a second. Give it a little windshield wiper. I want to feel that thudi connection. And this is going to be an important one because a lot of times when we don't have the circle, the kicks become so much about just whipping the leg. So if you place the circle on the cushy part, like the smile of your seat and the heel of your foot, lower your forehead to your hands. Make sure your legs are kind of a little space between them, like a ball's in between them. Now, anchor the pubic bone, reach to the tail. I want you to feel as if the leg that's bent, you're really reaching through the knee. So you're really trying to stretch the thigh to the opposite wall. As you do that, pull your heel to your seat. Push through the tailbone. Do you feel that hamstring power and what it takes to do that? And your kneecap might be lifted. That's all right. Release a little bit and squeeze. And squeeze. Where do you feel that? Hopefully you're feeling it somewhere in your hamstring and thudi. Okay, good. Now, memorize that sort of feeling. Come up to your elbows, okay? Make fists and lift tall. Push through your chest and reach long through your tail. Now we're going to kick that left leg. Can you kick with that hamstring? Do you feel that? One, two, three. We're going to do the same leg. Pull. It's a hamstring curl. That's how we do this. And you're just keeping your upper body in that extension as you do that. And hello, hip opener, right? All right, let's try the other side. Those will stretch your thighs. You don't need a lot of reps for that. Okay, so find the smile of your seat and your heel, ankle. Rest your forehead on your hands. Okay, so let's do this. Reach through the tail, almost like you're tucking your tailbone under, and stretch your thigh to the opposite wall. Pull the heel to the seat. For me, my knee is lifted off the ground a little bit. It's not touching. So I'm going to remember that sensation. All right, do you feel that hamstring? You've done about 4 of them. Come up. So again, I'm going to have that feeling of, okay, my kneecap's not touching. I'm not going to keep it. It's not going to touch even when I kick. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, do you get that? 1, 2. Awesome job. All right, let's sit back and give it a good stretch here. So of course, we're working the thudi. We have to work the side thudi. We just have to. All right, so let's take our circle and put our ankles on the inner sides of it. Your legs are going to be piked, but your hip to your shoulder is in one long line. So we're just piked at the hip. Everything else is long and a long line. So connect the hips. So like you want to make sure the heels are lined up. So really making that pelvis square. and then pull apart. Draw your belly in, get real length in your spine. You can take your other hand behind your head if you'd like. So you're reaching the legs, you're anchoring the bottom leg. So you anchor the bottom leg, pull the top leg. So now it's like you're pulling both hips apart and release a little bit and pull apart and release. And then what's the alignment of your upper body, right? Pull apart. Ooh, pull apart. Pull, pull, and pull. Awesome. And then we're just going to take that top leg and we're going to do a little hot potato. Up, up, hot potato to either side of that circle. Keep your spine nice and long for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Let's go the other side. So again, you are lining up with the back of your mat. Okay, and you're finding the pad, and we're going to pull apart. Line hip to elbow, shoulder, and then really line up. So sometimes I just got to take my heel down, make sure they're lined up. Helps me kind of feel that, and then pull apart. Okay, and then anchor that bottom hip. Feel it anchor and pulling down. That top hip pulls up, and then spine, it gets longer. Pull. Pull from the hips, not the knees or ankles. Yeah, sometimes I have to take my hand and actually feel that. Just like we did in the beginning. Hopefully those muscles are all turned on right now. Good. Good. Now take that leg, reach it, and we tap and tap. Really lift and reach that leg from your center. As you reach the leg from the center, it's going to help allow your spine to get long as well. One more each side. Woo! Oh yeah, and come on up. I love it. Okay, so we do have to get some side bending in. We did some twists. So let's try to do this with a little pelvic power. All right, so we're going to kind of get the hand and the knees to be lined up. And we're going to come up to like a little side bend. So this hand is right underneath your shoulder. The knee is kind of underneath your hip, not so much. And then this leg is long. And as we're here, arm is on your back. I want you to lift your pelvis. Can you lift your pelvis and feel the power in your seat to help support you here? We're not placing all our weight on that hand. The bulk of it is in the center. So take this arm, and now I want you to lift from the hips even more as you look down. Good. And then release and try it again. Lift, 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 lift. Good. And if you want to try this with both feet down, you can try it where you're going to lift from that pelvis, right? Lift from the pelvis. Up, up, up. Really press into your feet. Use your booty power and bring it on down. And we're going to go to the other side. You may not have felt the booty on the feet with the feet. That's fine. Just know it's a work in progress. Okay. We come up. This hand's under the shoulder. Knee is almost under the hip. It's a little diagonal, but push into all 3 points here. Anchor. And now lift from the hips. Feel that power? It may not lift much. That's not what we're looking for. It's where you're connecting. Yeah. And again, lift. So you're going to feel that booty really connect. And you can go to your feet if you want, or stay doing that knee down. And we come up and lift from the booty. Squeeze those thighs together. Good. And release. I love it. All right. Come to all fours. Almost done. It's almost 30 minutes at this point. Push your feet down. As you push your feet down, stretch through the tail, stretch through the head. See if you can find your thudi muscles as you start to round like a cat. And then we come up and we open it. And again, we tuck and round and we open. One more time, tuck and round. And we open. Now we're going to go to push-up position, but remember, it's a thudi class, so we are going to really find the connection. Heels together, hips together, and then really reach long through the tail. Long through the tail, draw your belly in and just open your heart a smidge and hold that and really find the power standing in the feet, finding those hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down to those knees again. Find all fours, reach one leg long and stretch it up. Can you find that thudi power? Good. And tap it down and lift. Stretch the leg long. 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Raise up that opposite arm, and we go 5, 4, little lifts. 3, 2, 1. Release other side. Stretch it. Lift from that smile area of your seat. Stretch the leg long from your center. Down and up. Lift. So it's more of a reach than a lift. That's a theme of mine. You'll hear it a lot in my classes. Because if you just focus on lifting, right, what happens? Do you see my spine, right? Reach it long. It keeps the spine long and your leg long. It's like an oppositional power. Hold that up. Other arm up. And little lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Stretch it back. You did awesome. Good. Take your hands to one side of the mat. Stretch. And other side of the mat. Stretch. And we come to center. And we roll it up. I want to do one just standing exercise. So let's come up to a standing position. You're going to come to the edge of your mat. And yes, I am kind of chopped off a little bit, but I want you to feel how the thudi supports you in your standing work as well. So if you bring like your heels together and just your big toes just about an inch apart, okay? So we can really concentrate on what's going on here. So as I'm anchoring my feet, feeling the hip power pulling together. Okay, now reach your arms up by your ears, and I want to do a little roll down. As you roll down, keep wrapping and squeezing those hips. Feel your thudi at a certain point connect and help support this position, right? It keeps your pelvis over your heels. You're going to feel it here, right? That thudi really works as you come up. Try it again. Dive it and power to that pelvis. That's also what I like to say. Power to the pelvis. It's the center of your strength. And circle it around. Whew. Good job. Oh my gosh, super job. I hit my 30 minutes, so I am just going to stop there. How do you feel? I hope you feel like, okay, I got my power to the pelvis. I feel good. Such an important connection, and the circle is a really great way to find it. And so hopefully you did. Um, and I really enjoyed being with you here. And again, if you want to get notified when I go live, you want to join the email list where I also give you a lot of other nuggets to help you through this. So just go to, I think it's Gretchen. No, it's balance to the core, balancetothecore.com, become a VIP, something. Go down in the description. I have the exact link. Barry, you're so very welcome. I know, I love connections. The connections are so helpful, and I'm glad you're feeling that. Taking these connections into your everyday life, man, you're going to find yourself so much stronger. You're going to get results in just your everyday movement because you're aware, and it's intentional movement. It's movement with awareness, and that's all that this Pilates can do for us, and it's fabuloso. Yes, so much hidden strength. There's so much strength within us, and we just have to tap into it. And so much of it can be mental. And when we can take the focus away from like life and put it on ourselves into what we're doing, it's amazing how we can really find a deeper strength in us, both emotionally and physically. Um, but yeah, and your glutes have so much strength that we don't nearly tap into enough. We have to do work like this to like wake them up to get them going. So now, like if you were to go for a walk or do a workout and stuff, you'll feel so much stronger. But thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next time. I'll be on live again next week. And if you want to join our Zoom class, come check out the Core Club. We'll be getting together on Sunday. Yay. Thank you for the hearts. I love it. Yay. All right. Bye, Debbie. Bye, Barry. Thank you for being here live. And I will see you guys. Take care.